lots of people outside, various events and stuff like that too, combined with things like the protest that usually happens during the weekends. And what did I read today? How about this one? Apparently there was a drone being used here to try to find missing hikers, I suppose, but apparently some people are critical over it in a way maybe you wouldn't have thought. This one says, BC Mountaineers missing 8 days as drone footage being analyzed. Search and rescue members will be busy over the next several days analyzing drone video footage for any sign of 3 missing mountaineers. Aircraft will not be flying over Garibaldi Provincial Park on Saturday. 3 people went on a mountaineering trip to Arwell Peak but never returned back down on May 31st. A family member reported them missing and the search for them began. Drones, avalanche dogs, helicopters, Rico detector, and local mountain guides have all helped in the search to try and find them. Squamish SAR manager BJ Chute says the air and ground search will be paused pending a review of all the footage and conditions. During the video footage analysis, SAR members will be searching for clues of the individuals, including clothing, tracks, and signs. So with that, they're telling people to stay away from the area, and the controversial thing from what I'm reading online is some people are saying the fact that they captured, for example, the area with drone, you have all this video footage and they're taking a couple of days to review it. And as you know, every second count in these instances. And I guess some of the criticism is, should you have regular people be able to help? Let's just say if they were hiking, you could ask them, for example, do you by any chance have any camera footage or quote drone footage? Because I know for things like drone footage, even in these scenarios, people would drone police people like crazy, demonize it, but they could have some kind of proof, for example, correct? Maybe they passed by or they saw, for example, people walking through the mountain with their drone. It's a little disappointing to think about too. It's what I mentioned before. People always say, oh, ban them all. A drone could fly 10,000 feet in the air out of control, hit an airplane and so forth. How realistic is that happening versus something like this that happens all the time, where someone could use a drone, for example, even if it's for themselves as a tool to help save their own life? I would imagine there's more instances like this that happens, and I was a prime example of that, of being able to potentially help someone with it before, if you guys remember. Although with the topic of drones, I guess a lot more people are concerned about drones flying in certain areas, and this is becoming more of a thing now where people are being trained to use, I guess, drone jamming guns per se. This one says, a day in the life, how soldiers train to shoot down drones with frequency busting technology. So by the looks of it, the person was just getting some, I guess, hands-on experience with how they actually use these type of drones in these situations, because it says we're hearing more and more about drone attacks happening in wars overseas, which begs the question, how is our military training for this reality? To help answer this question, I went to Fort Sill for a day in the life to find out. It seems pretty basic overall. It says, quote, if we notice an aircraft that comes in, we're going to try to stop that aircraft from coming any farther, said Frederick Hill, the supervisor of Joint Counter Small Unmanned Aircraft System University at Fort Sill. All I have to do is press this button right here and start engaging it, and it'll actually start jamming its control portion of it. One JCU trainer explained, once I do that, I'll say buzzer on. Once I say buzzer on, my partner over here will then engage it with a smart shooter. They are good for short distance engagement of drones, he said. Some of those other pieces of equipment we instruct, I just can't speak about them right now. So that's kind of interesting, makes you wonder what else did they have in their lineup of arsenals. And this was in the news today. Apparently there's a ton of protesters going outside in places like the White House area, according to this anyways. It says thousands of protesters are rallying in DC for Gaza, chanting, "We are your red line," as they prepare to surround the White House. And there was a lot of videos with frequent updates here. This one says protesters have unfurled massive red banners that are surrounding the White House, forming the People's Red Line against the ongoing genocide in Gaza. And in relation to this anyways, this is one of those things where both sides are calling each other the bad guy. And during the beginning, I remember when they showed those clips of people being, I guess, kidnapped from music festivals and so forth, there was one individual who always popped up. It was like a female, and apparently recently they rescued some hostages and she happened to be one of them, according to this anyways. This one says, Noah Argamani was abducted from the Nova Music Festival on October 7th. She was just rescued by the IDF with 3 other hostages and reunited with her father. That's kind of crazy. Can you imagine surviving a situation like that? Because in these situations too, it's the regular people that lose, huh? But with this back and forth fighting, I wouldn't be surprised actually if there's a protest related to this actually here. Let's go have a look. I guarantee there's one actually. All right, see you guys later.